Hello student, good morning, welcome back. So today I am going to start new topic in ray optics chapter. So today our topic is refraction through multiple or compound refracting media. Okay. So here we take multiple medium. Okay. So firstly we take air, water and glass. So we take here three mediums: air, water and glass. And we already know that refractive index of air is less than refractive index of water, and refractive index of water less than refractive index of glass. Okay. And the speed of light, speed of light is maximum in air, that is a 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second, and speed of light in air is maximum. Okay. And speed of light in water we take here v1. Okay. And speed of light in glass v2. Okay. So speed of light is a maximum in air, and then in water, and then in glass. Okay. So here we take three medium. This is the first, second, third. Okay. So this is the here air, and here we take water. This is the glass, and this first surface separating air and water, and this second surface separating water and glass, these two mediums, and this third surface separating glass and air. Okay. So there are three mediums: water, glass and air. Okay. This is the first surface, this is the second surface, and this is the third surface. Okay. I repeat again: this first surface separating air and water, and this second surface separating water and glass, and this third surface separating glass and air. Okay. So we draw here normal, and we take any light, incident ray, that is a AO. Okay. So when light goes from air to water, air is a rarer medium and water is a denser medium. Okay. So when this light goes from air to water, I mean rarer to denser medium, okay, it bend towards normal. It bend towards the normal, O to B, and we draw here normal. So when we talk about when this light goes from water to glass, so in this case you can see that, okay, glass is more denser as compared to water. Okay, glass is most denser. I mean the refractive index of glass, you can see that here refractive index of glass is greater than the refractive index of water. So glass is more denser than water. Okay. So in this case, this is a rarer medium and this is a denser medium. Okay. So this is a incident ray. So for these two mediums, so this incident ray when goes from rarer medium to denser medium, so it bends towards the normal. Okay. Now we talk about glass and air. Okay. So here glass is more denser than air. Okay. So when this light goes from denser medium to rarer medium, it away from the normal. Okay. So these two, and this is a emergent ray. So both these rays, okay, this rays and this rays will be parallel to each other. Okay. This is a A, B, and we give it name C, and this is a D. So CD parallel to this rays. Okay. This is a emergent ray. I repeat again what we do here. Firstly here we take three mediums: air, water and glass. This is the first surface, this is the second surface, and this is the third surface. First surface separating two medium, air and water. Second surface separating two medium, water and glass, and this third surface separating glass and air. Okay. AO is the incident ray. When this ray goes from air to water, it bend towards the normal. Okay. I mean AOB. Okay. So refraction done here. And when this light goes from water to glass, so glass is a more denser than water. Okay. So this is a water is a rarer medium and glass is a denser medium when we talk about water and glass only. Okay. So this light when goes from water to glass, it bends towards the normal. Okay. And now when this light goes from denser medium to rarer medium, okay, what happened? It's away from this normal. Okay. So now you see that in figure, okay, this ray BC meet the surface separating glass and air. Okay, this glass and air at point C. So this R2, Okay, this R2 is the angle of incidence, and after refraction at point C, the ray emerges out of the glass along parallel to the this ray. Okay, such that here, so we use here Snell's law. Okay, sin R2 is the angle of incidence in this case, and sin I angle of emergent. So we give it equation number 3. So we have 3 equations: equation number 1, equation number 2, and equation number 3. So there are 3 equations we have. Okay, so we multiply all these equations. Multiply equation 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so this is equation number 1, 2, and 3. We multiply all this equation here. Okay, so we have 1 minute. A and W is equal to W and G into G and A is equal to, we put this value, we multiply all these values, right hand side values of equation 1, 2, and 3. So sin I upon sin R1 multiply sin R1 upon sin R2 multiply sin R2 upon sin I. Sin R2 will cancel, sin I cancel, sin R1 cancel here. Only one left here. Sorry, only one left here. Okay. So what happened after that? So A and W is equal to W and G into G and A is equal to 1. Okay. So here A and W is equal to W and G. These terms go to denominator of right hand side, 1 G and A. So what we write here? We already know that A and G is equal to half G and A. Okay, we put this value here. We use this value. Okay, so we can write here A and G. Okay, so finally we write here this term goes to here. So W and G is equal to A and G upon A and W. Okay, this is the value. Okay, so here relative refractive index of glass with respect to water is equal to refractive index of glass with respect to air upon refractive index of water with respect to air. So I repeat again what we do here. Firstly, AO is a incident ray. When this light goes from rarer medium to denser medium, it bends towards the normal. Okay, it bends towards the normal, and OB is a refracted ray in this case. Okay, angle of I is a incident, angle of incidence, and angle of R1 is a angle of refraction. Okay, and when this light goes from water to glass, okay, so OB is a incident ray in this case, and BC is a refracted ray. Okay, so here R1 is a angle of incidence and angle R2 is a angle of refraction in this case. And when this light goes from glass to air, okay, so BC is a incident ray in this case, and here CD is a emergent ray. Okay, so according to Snell's law, here you can see that according to Snell's law, okay, refractive index of water with respect to air. Refractive index of water with respect to air. So how we write here? Okay, so A and W. Okay, refractive index of water with respect to air is equal to, what is its value? Sin I upon sin R1. Angle of incidence, sine of angle of incidence, sine of angle of refraction. Okay, so when this light goes from water to glass, okay, so here these two mediums, glass and water. So refractive index of glass with respect to water. Okay, so sine of angle of incidence. In this case, R1 is a angle of incidence, sine R1 upon sine angle of refraction. R2 is a angle of refraction here. Okay, so when this light goes from glass to air, okay, so these are two mediums, so glass to air. Okay, so that is a sine. So this is a glass to air, so sine angle of incident is in this case R2 and angle of refraction I. Okay, so what we do hereafter, we multiply all these terms. A and W is equal to W and G is equal to G and A, and now we multiply all these terms, right hand side terms. So sine I upon sine R1 into sine R1 upon sine R2 into sine R2 upon sine I. Okay, these all terms cancel. Okay, and what left here? 1. Okay, and here after solving, okay, so here you can see that after solving this value we get 1. Okay, this value we get 1 here. Okay, and this term, okay, goes to denominator of the right hand side. Okay, and we can write here, we use this relation here. Okay, so we put this value here, and this term goes to right hand side. So here refractive index of glass with respect to water, these two are denser medium. Okay, so how many mediums we have? 3 mediums: air, water and glass. So refractive index of glass with respect to water, okay, is equal to refractive index of glass with respect to air upon refractive index of water with respect to air. Okay, so simply W and G, refractive index of glass with respect to water is equal to refractive index of glass with respect to air and refractive index of water with respect to air. Okay, this is the formula, and this formula used to solve many numerical problems.